19 drivers hit the track on the final day of pre-season testing. Only Logan Sargent sat this one out, having already had a day and a half in the Williams. Half an hour into the morning session and we had another red flag for another loose drain cover at turn 11. Sergio Perez was the unlucky driver this time, the Mexican clipping and dislodging the offending cover. Cue a thorough check of the RB20's underside by the Red Bull mechanics and the car's designer, Adrian Newey. Thankfully, there was little damage. The repair delay meant the scheduled lunch break was cancelled, so teams were grabbing grub on the go in the resultant long final practice session. F1 mechanics can work miracles, but sometimes it takes a driver with his admittedly rudimentary engineering skills to work out a problem. Whatever was bothering Kevin Magnussen in the Haas cockpit, a few whacks with the hammer soon sorted it out. Has the Great Dane found a possible post-racing career? Time will tell. Despite this being the third and final day of testing, there was still plenty of aerodynamic tweaking going on. Teams have an array of tools at their disposal to aid this fine-tuning, from sensitive rakes to Floviz paint, and even tufts of string taped to the bodywork. With qualifying for the season opener just a week away, any extra information they can glean could prove crucial. Of the early runners, Ferrari's Carlos Sainz put in the best tour on the medium tyres, some 2/10 quicker than Perez on the same compound. Lewis Hamilton tried out the softs, and despite encountering the odd lock-up or two and a touch of oversteer now and then, the 7-time champ managed the third best time in the morning. George Russell took the Mercedes in the afternoon, suffering a huge lock-up at turn 8. Russell then gave us a taste of possible things to come. The Merckman slipstreaming Leclerc's Ferrari down the pit straight, pulling to the inside for a neat overtake down at turn 1. Turn 4 seemed to cause consternation for a few. Aston Martin's Fernando Alonso running wide there, as did Russell and Pierre Gasly in the Alpine. Teams will have to keep an eye on that spot come qualifying. Leclerc also found the turn tricky, but the Monegasque didn't seem overly fazed by the track or conditions on day 3, and his soft-shod runs put him top of the tables for most of the afternoon, which is where he stayed, quickest of the day, with a lap time of 1 minute 30.322. A few glory runs in the dying minutes reshuffled the top order, seeing Zhou Guanyu, Russell, Yuki Tsunoda and Alex Albon advance on the red rubber. Oscar Piastri did some sterling work for McLaren, as did Alonso in the Aston Martin. They were P7 and P8 respectively, as the flag fell for the final time in pre-season testing. With different strategies, compounds and fuel loads in play, the final leaderboard won't be indicative of the team's true standings, but here is how they finished on day 3. Leclerc topped from Russell, Zhou, Verstappen, Tsunoda, Albon, Piastri, Alonso, Sainz and Perez. P11 for Nico Hülkenberg, he was followed by Hamilton, Stroll, Norris, Gasly, Magnussen, Ocon, Bottas and Daniel Ricciardo.